Guys, this is another session for backtesting. We're just going to try to backtest the shit out of this. And yeah, so I will give you guys a recap. I'll show you what I did with backtesting, my results I got. And so actually a friend of mine came here today. We actually backtested a little bit and we've managed to make a profit with this kind of strategy and money management. And I'll show you what it is. But overall, the fact is that you end up being in some kind of a web of hedging. So you have to manage your hedges in the right way. So we've managed to make a big profit in 2023 or 2022 on the crude oil. We didn't lose that much money with hedging, but also we had situations or months where you couldn't actually be able to trade at all. So the idea is that you keep the hedge open and you try to roll out of it, and also you try not to get all your margin stuck with one only edge. And we will just try this on April 2023 on the Dow Jones, since we actually backtested the crude oil. So I want to give the Dow Jones a shot with 2023 with this new way of handling losses and hedging. So follow me with this backtesting practice, and we'll just get to it. It's going to be on a time frame of 1 hour because that allows me to actually go back a lot more. I'll get rid of all these paintings on the graph, so we'll just get to it. Just be with me. We'll go to April 2023 on the replay. And yeah, it's just going to be April 2023. 1st of April, April 2023. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so the idea is that we're going to be hedging the positions a lot. So in order not to end up being like completely wasted by the entry and out, in and out that you can constantly get with the strategy, which is the typical trendline breakout strategy or bounce strategy. It depends on whether you actually want to trade it in a way or the other. So this is pretty much it. Let's get to the action. And yeah, so we start on April 2023. We're going to use this to sign our losses or at the end of the month, and let's see what it does. I first of all want to have a sign to go long on the Dow Jones. And the sign would be actually a bounce on the trend line or a breakout of a level or something. So actually there's pretty much nothing here. The price just keeps on going up. So as soon as I see the price actually troubling on here, I just want to see a bounce here or a breakthrough. The breakthrough doesn't happen that much, so I go for a bounce and I just try to stay in the price for as long as I can. I will put myself here so you can see me. And also, if there's going to be a bounce, probably here, I could be hedging. I could be hedging this one. And also, I could be looking for an edge around maybe this level. I will look for a break-even point with a 1-on-1 risk-reward ratio, which is something like this. Our break-even point is when I try to actually get back in and try to close it at break even, and then eventually I'll roll over the edge. So first of all, my objective is to stay in the trade for as long as possible, just hold the trend and just let it go. So the trade looks like it wants to go, then it comes back down. Let's just try to see what it does. I don't have any stop losses. Now it's 6th of April. The trade doesn't go anywhere, so I'll let it work for itself. And the trade is just not pushing it. So my intuition says that I should be closing the trade at 0.33%, 0.32% on profit. So I will sign at 0.32. Yeah, 0.32. Fuck, I can't even spell that. Okay. So let's fix the trend line again. I want to see a real trend line, not this bullshit. So this is a real trend line to me. And also this is a real trend line. Okay. So this is a real trend line. If I like painting a trend line like this, it's pretty much bullshit to me because it's not very clear. So this is all I have by now. And I will work for a breakthrough or just, yeah, a bounce. Let's see what it does. So this is around 6 a.m. The market is not moving at all in the time frame 1 hour. So let's just see what it does. It's around 2 p.m. We're gonna go in. We're gonna have a break-even try right here. And if the market doesn't allow us to actually work very well. So let's see what it does. The trade is not going anywhere. The market is almost coming back to my break-even point, which is down here. And the break-even point is when I just try to actually get into a trade and recoup the loss. And also, if I have a break-even point right there, I will also have a hedging point at some point or some sort of. Now, the hedging point could be right down here, probably on a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio. That's going to give me a surefire for a 50% chance of getting back to a break even if it starts to go in. So I have a double insurance not to get my ass kicked by the market. So this just gives me some kind of a tranquility on a psychological level and just allows me to stay in the market and just not bullshit myself out of it. So my instinct and my intuition just tells me to stay in the trade. I'm just looking for good trends. Let's see if it breaks through this one. If it doesn't, I will get out of the trade, but it looks like it does. So I will just let it go. And when it trembles down like that, it's not a good sign. I will take the profits. And that's a 0.48 profits taken. Okay. So it's the 11th of April. I will take a 0.48 profit. Pretty easy. It seems easy, but it's not easy at all. So I guarantee you guys, it's a very hard trading way of trading, and just it's not easy. Easy is my fucking ass. Like I swear to God, it's not easy. Trading is not easy. Whoever says it's easy, you should just tell them to go fuck themselves. So this a good sign to me? Yes, it is. I see a trend line here. I like this trend line. I like this kind of candle. It makes me think of a long position. And if it happens, this is going to be my break-even point. I call it break-even points. And also my re-hedging point will probably be around this level right here. And also I will try to look for something down here. So let's just try to work this thing off. Okay, so first of all, we're going long when we see this massive candle. And we're just going to put ourselves a break-even point right here. We were just going to try to actually put the break-even point pretty easy like that on a 0.28 stop loss, 0.24 take profit. It's going to be pretty easy. We're going to just see it working through. It almost hit the break-even level. Yes, it did hit the break-even level and just came back up. So this makes me feel really safe and makes me think I just close the trade on break-even and I just get out of it. So it is a good sign for me to actually go long again. Yes, my instinct says after this good old candle, I still feel confident for going long. So I will try to go long a little bit more, just to fix my trend line like this and recoup on my break-even point. This is the 12th of April. So yeah, the break-even point for me is going to be probably around this level, and it will be probably around this level. So yeah, I'll just put it like that on a 0.30 and 0.30 or something around it. So let's just see if it works. The market seems to hear me out, so it seems to go long, but then it doesn't look like it's going to work. So I'll just give it more room. I feel confident with more room. It's midnight, so I'm not trading here. I'm just leaving it open on a long position. And if it works and it goes back to a break even, I'll be pretty happy with this trade. I'm feeling confident. I'm okay. I will leave it at that, and I will set my trend line like this. I'm looking forward for it to break through this, and it does break. So yeah, then it gaps up. I think it's midnight, so I feel like I should close this trade. Like I will check the trade and just take a 0.62 profits. Okay, so I take a 0.62 profits in 14th of April. Oh, sorry, 0.62 profits. So it's been like a whole month and I just took 2 trades. That's not a lot. So Now there's no chance I can just enter a trade where the market is that stretched. So I'll just wait. This is a good trend line. I like the bounce on the trend line if it happens. And yes, this is a good candle. Makes me feel safe, makes me feel good. Good vibes on it. I'll just get long and I'll set my break-even point around this level overall. So the market is leaping. It's midnight, so it's not working. As soon as the trade actually goes like that, I don't feel safe leaving the trade. It's 3 p.m. I should close this one. I will close this one on 0.12 profit, and I will just try to see what the market does because the market is almost opening around these hours, and I'm not safe at all. This is the 17th of April, sorry. 0.12. So yes, I still wanted to touch this trend line and see what happens. Massive candle that makes me feel safe, makes me want to go long. And I set a break-even point like this. So this is the day later. And when I see these candles, it's just my intuition into staying in the trade. So I just have to watch the trade and try to stay in it. So, okay. So when I see this massive candle, it says close the trade, but on overall, the market is still staying up. So I will try to stay in the trade, try to ride it. And when it comes back down like that, I feel confident with closing it. So I will take the loss at 0.10. Now you might say, why are you closing the trade? Well, because that's my feelings. That's my vibe. That's my intuition. There's no reason for it, okay? So it's pretty obvious. And I was fucking right. Even though it was closing or break even, I can get back in when I see this interesting bounce. The trend line is completely being respected, so I will just get into it and still have a break even point around here. So the trade is not working at all, so I give it more room. It could last for a long time, but I'm looking for to close this trade. It goes into, now finally we are in a break-even point. The break-even point did not work at all. So I will probably, yeah, we have more room for the break-even to happen because it actually came into here. So we're looking for it to actually break through this one. I'm looking for a downtrend line by now, and yes, I'll just try to, on average, try to edge the position. So I could be hedging this guy down here, and or probably around this level. I will re-hedge here. Okay, so I didn't need to hedge. The trade got into a break-even point, gave me a 0.31 and minus 0.30. So I will sign it. That's still zero level. So now, is this a trend line? Definitely not. Fucking no. So all I'm seeing here is a trade bouncing on the level, breaking through a trend and not a real breakthrough. I'll just wait for it. Is this a real trend line? Yes, it makes me think of a short position. If it breaks through this one, I'll be long. So I'll just set my order right here. So if it touches it, I'll go short. It's like a pending order, probably. Okay. So when it's 4 p.m., it's 2 p.m., I see this massive spike over here on the 21st of April. I go long and I look forward to stay in the trade. Now, where's my break-even point? Probably should be around this line. Probably around here. Okay. Not a good situation. Not sure this is a good trade to go long anymore. All it's saying is a downtrend. And now I can confirm it's a downtrend for me. So since we're not very sure of this trade, I could be thinking of hedging it, but let me give it more room to actually end up on a break-even point. Okay, so miraculously, the trade actually goes up, and by just leaving it some room, I will just wait for it. Still holding my break-even situation. So it's midnight, so I will just go to sleep here. I'm not trading. And when it's in the morning, I should probably close the trade right there. So I'll give it more chance trying to stay in the trade and just closing it to break even. And yeah, this is it. Closing the trade here on a micro loss of 0.05. That is not a good trade. I don't like it. It's pretty indecisive. It's not telling me where it's going, and I really don't like it. Still more like that. So yeah, I see the breakthroughs, but you see this one is not a real trend line. Probably this will be a trend line like this. Like something like this would be nice. Other types of trend lines, I don't like them. So it's not real breakthrough, it's not real short. Pretty not sure where the market is going to go. When I see this short, it's pretty much of a stretched situation, so I'll just try to bank on this one. I'm looking for a short profit going against the trend, and if the market doesn't go well, I'll just try to get myself out of this situation. If it just comes back down here, I'll probably try to break even it. Double insurance, that will be a 50% chance of clearing the break even. And if it's not working, probably yet again, I'm gonna have to try again to reshort this guy and just hedge it. But the edge would be really, really, really tight. It's not working. The trade's not working at all. So it just it didn't go in the break even one. So we'll just wait for it. But it's not a good trade at all. So yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, definitely not liking it. So I should have gotten out right here. It's in the break even one. So we'll try to hedge it. If it comes back down here, I'll hedge a trade and probably close this one at a tiny stop loss. Let's see. See how I'm gonna have to work this one out. So it's probably gonna go bad. Oh yeah, pity closing a break even. I thought it was gonna lose. So yeah, it's minus 31, whatever it was, and plus that, it's just break even. So let's clean the graph a little bit. And I will just I could be painting a trend line like this. I say painting because it's just a fucking painting at all. So this makes me think of a long position. Now, am I gonna try to go long? Yeah, definitely. When it's like 12 p.m. with a candle like that, I'm happy to go long. I'm happy to stay in that trend. Don't have any problems with going along with this. And I'll probably give myself a break-even spot right here. And pretty easy. Yeah. And the market just pays it off. Since it's midnight, I could be cool with just closing the trade. Like literally like this on a 0.96 percentage profit. And yeah, this is 28th of April, and it's the last day of April 2023, and it's just making a profit. So when I see the massive short going down, like literally, I'm trying to bank on this guy. Now, where's my break-even point going to be? Probably around here. Probably. Oof, it's not working. Now, if it actually ends up there, I'm gonna have to hedge. And this is a good trend line actually to think of a long. Now, I am on a loss here, I'm losing. I am inside this position. I will have to just close this trade and yeah, just try to hedge it. So I'm closing the trade on a minus 0.73 and minus yeah, minus 0.73 for sure. And I will just edge this one. So let's try to close the big one. Minus 0.73. So we have a massive edge over here. The hedge is pretty much say 0.28. So it's pretty easy to handle. It's not going to be hard. I think it's going to be hard. At least I hope so. So how can I fix the hedge? Basically, either I will look for a situation where I could actually short the market and the market will just tumble down, just give me that, you know, the tiny profit over there. Or I will just, and this will be a 50% chance, like this. And it would be pretty easy for me to actually try to bank on this spike over here. So let's just try. It goes up. So I basically get a chance to have it taking the profit here. Like literally like here. It would be a 0.55% profit. And so I decide I will take the profit in this one, 0.53. And I will try to bank on the short. And I have this one. I should close this one 0.40 and 0.40 like this. So we're just hoping for it to actually give us this 50%. If it doesn't go my way, I'm not gonna have any chance for it to actually work. So I will have to close this one on a stop loss of 0.21. And I will just try to work myself on it. Like this one gives me minus 1% of edging. So either I will close that or otherwise I will just have to hedge this one. And now I'm just looking myself for a chance to basically just either the market goes up for 1% and it will be something like this, like it could happen, yeah, but it's pretty much, or either I should look for a situation where I can actually bounce or get a bounce. Now, am I gonna have a bounce? Probably. I could have a bounce like here and here and probably here and probably around here. That's super obvious. So we have a 1.06% loss. Let's see if we can roll over out of it. Or maybe we could be hedging inside of it. Like, for example, here, I could be looking for 0.50% chance of just getting out of it if it bounces like this. Like if it does this. So since there's a 0.50% chance, I could be looking for a position where I could get in a small profit in here and taking the profit here if it actually trembles down otherwise, or if it goes up, it depends. So the market seems to go up, so I will try to hedge here with a simple lot. And if it's not working, I will re-hedge it. Seems like the market is going to go up. We'll give it a chance. Shit, it's not working. Definitely not working. So we'll have to close this. And we will be considering 2 lots by now. So we're longing the guy here, taking this profit. We're taking a 0.97% profit. And we're longing it twice. So we're going with 2 charges here. We're going to have 2 lots by now. So yeah, it has to go around here in order to actually give me a break even. Something along the lines of this. And of course, if it doesn't work, I will re-hedge it here. I'm gonna have to accept the loss. And the market seems to want to make us happy. As far as I'm concerned, I might be taking the profits here. So yeah, this actually translates itself into a take profit. You can see it touched. So I'm gonna go with a plus 76 and so we're gonna have a minus. I'll calculate that. We're gonna have a minus 1.21, minus 0.72, and a plus 0.76, sorry, and a plus 0.78. We managed to actually get out with a 0.39 loss. That's gonna be minus 0.39. So we ended April with a with a plus 2.53% percentage. So this is the way I manage the trades. It's a back testing of a 1 hour time frame on April 2023. And yeah, the strategy is pretty simple. You just try to edge yourself out of it. You just try to get out of it. I will be applying that in time frames of 5 minutes time frames. It's just the edging just allows me to actually handle the trade in a better way. So it's just what I'm going to be using. And that's it. Thank you for watching.